Hey everybody, my name is Old School Nerd. This is video number 3 of the Seeker Pearl 6-part series of songs that they are going to unravel for us. They're a band out of Chicago, Illinois. It's a 3-piece. The first one was Tempest. Storm, right? Then New Tide. Both referencing to water. This one's called Deja Vu, and it looks as though they're in an aquarium from the 80s. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe not. Check us out on oldschoolnerd.com, everybody. It's got all of our social media posts, the Patreon link for those who are up support the channel. And of course, check us out on twitch.tv/oldschoolnerd. We're streaming live quite often. Not this week because I'm in Tennessee during the 4th of July week due to a business trip I have to do for my day job. Hey, got to pay the bills. All right, so here we go. This one is going to be a little different. I know I do a lot of reactions to bands like Sabaton and Rammstein and Ginger and Unleash the Archers and Baby Metal and, you know, big bands. But I still love to give back and find the bands that are independent, the bands that are unsigned, or the bands that are at a small label or just starting out with that first big push. And they just need that extra help getting all of you to find them. I love to help. So again, this is another one of those reactions for independence. My name is Old School Nerd. This is Seeker Pearl. Hang on to your butts, because if it's like the first two, this one's going to be awesome. And I have heard that the drumming section on this is unreal. Unreal, huh? All right. Setting that bar kind of high. You better prove it right. Nice porn stash, bro. Love the 80s VHS tracking on that.
I felt it coming just like wind over my skin, open into wave. I swallowed my pride and saw in the night a violent vision to seal my face.
Okay, we're getting into the second verse, and I do want to go over a few things. Number one, for a 3-piece, they sound extremely full. That's what you get with Seeker Pearl. Bass line, of course, is awesome. Lead singer / bass player. The rhythm section on the drum end with that, both sides playing it really well. Nice, good swing to it. Like the groove. But the theming of this paganistic witch, I wouldn't say a cult, but it is kind of a pagan kind of look to it, where you have multiple females or multiple entities. It's usually more of a calling of the corners than actual occult practice. But here's what really caught my attention. You notice in the video, they were trying to overlay the staticky tracking VHS demagnetized feel of an old VHS tape with the play triangle, you know, doing there. But the problem is the aspect ratio and the pixelation quality of the camera they're using is extremely high. So you're seeing all the lines and the distortions that you're supposed to get for the effect, making it look like it's VHS. But the quality of the camera capture is so good that even beyond all that, you can still see things like the hair on his arms, in the backlight, in the crook of his arms. It's so high resolution that it almost plays a trick on you. You're like, well, is it supposed to look old, or is it new, or is it both? You don't know, and it's a little trippy. The chorus and the verse kind of play into each other. I do like the way it's going. Again, haven't really captured the visualization. I see the guy wrapped up in the glowing, what looks like to be Wonder Woman's lasso, but it's just around his wrists. And of course, this dagger here, ritualistic, but there's some kind of Pandora's box pyramid looking thing. There's a lot going on. And I was trying to keep up with all that, plus trying to listen to the rhythm section and the arrangement between the guitars and the melodic tone with the inlay of the rhythm section with the bass line and the drum. I'm trying to do all this at the same time and do it live while talking to all of you. I'm doing a lot of stuff right here, okay? So I'm still not sure what's going on, but I know I like it. I know I like it. Nice reverse, nice reverse. Do a little live play, I like this. I like that syncopated. That's a good. I love that rolling tag. Really good stuff. The video does have me questioning everything. Again, the aspect ratio and the pixelation is crisp and clean, like a modern camera, almost to a 4K. And I know it's shot in 4K because it says it right here at the bottom of the screen. So because it's shot in 4K, even adding the distortion and the demagnetization effect, it almost makes it look not. Sometimes when you want to make something seem old, like you're having deja vu from something in the past, you almost have to reduce the aspect ratio to more square box so it's not letterbox, and then reduce your pixelation. But at the same time, you want a high quality video that has a lot of view count ratio on for YouTube. All of this goes into your planning. So I understand why you do both. I love the theming. However, you have the three priestess and you have a high priestess, so there's your four corners. So I don't know if it's a pagan ritual they're doing or whatever, but because it's VHS with the tracking errors, it just reminds me of those 80s porns. You know, maybe the Witches of Eastdick. I don't know if that's really a porn name, but that's the first one that came to my mind. Just a thought. That was a joke just for the band. The band's gonna laugh their ass off at that. The rest of you are gonna be like, "What?" Trust me, it's funny. You just don't get it. You know what okay. Okay, that's where it is. The reason why it seems like an 80s porn isn't because of anything else. It's mainly just it's really just this one image right here. That right there. That screams. Here you go. This lonely guy enters into an area. He's a door-to-door salesman selling encyclopedias door to door with his wonderful porn stash, and he wanders into this old mansion in the suburbs of Chicago. And he knocks on the door, and three beautiful women lead him into the foyer. And he goes, "May I please speak to the lady of the house?" And they're like, "Oh, you will, sir, you will." And then next thing you know, he's tied up in the corner. There's some freaking smoke coming out of their mouths in reverse, and there's a pyramid. And if you've ever seen Jack Nicklaus movies, it's because of his mustache. I could have let it go as a representation of some kind of ritual and everything else, but because we're doing 80s VHS tracking errors and this mustache, I'm immediately going to The Witches of Eastwick, but a porn. So The Witches of Eastwick. Your fault, brother. Your fault. It's that right there. It did it to you again. But I do want to take one thing seriously. One of the things they wanted to talk about was Bam Bam. In his drumming section of this, there was something he wanted to know if I would catch. And he does an extended roll towards the end of this that is not easy. There's a lot of times when people will do a roll, tom roll, all the way down. And as they do it, they'll also hit synchronously with the floor with the kick drums. So it's really, really big. He did something that you don't hear often, and it's harder than it sounds. Because when you get a good roll going, you want to keep that going. But what he's doing is he's doing the roll, but he's doing the roll in sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. While he's going down there with the gaps on the top, the lower end is just running through. So he's actually doing 2 rolls at the same time. They're separated by the gaps, but the floor is continuous. For a drummer to let your hands, when your hands and feet start to do something synchronously, it's very hard to stop it without consciously going, okay, please don't, because your feet will want to stop with your hands if your hands stop. So he's actually keeping the roll on the kick going while his hands are taking a break. That was pretty slick. Also, the incorporation of the small splash cymbal to the side, adding it mid-measure just to kind of add something almost like a cultural symbol, the ching ching symbols, right? You know what I'm talking about? It's almost sounded like that because it was just ching off to the side, and you were like, why is it's an element? Adding all the different elements helps. I really got to take this screen off that stash. That's a lot of stash, bro. Anyway, so yeah, so I get the symbolism. I think it's awesome. I do love the way they took the VHS kind of 80s retro theme to it. And it's a 4K video, so they were trying to balance both at the same time, which is cool. Also, vocally, they knock this out of the park every time. For a 3-piece, they sound very full, which is what you want. Seeker Pro this is 3 in a row. 3 songs, Tempest, New Tide, and then you have Deja Vu. All of them. Each one, all very, very different. I challenge you. I'm going to put the links to both this one and the first 2 Seeker Pearls in the description. And I want you to listen to each one of them and realize that some bands go into an album and they make songs that all sound the same because that's the theme of the album. This band is literally putting 3 completely different sounding stories. The composition is unique. The songwriting is unique. The rhythm section is completely a departure from each one, and each one it works. Also, I do have eyewitness account One of my close community members, some of you know him, went to a Secret Pearl show in the last couple weeks. And his words, not mine, I wasn't there, better live than on video. Better live than on album. So that's all you need to know. I could have just said, hey, I was going to react to this video, but Secret Pearl, better live than on the album. And that'll sell it to half the fans out there. You put on a live show that people can get into, they're sold. They're sold. My name is Old School Nerd. This is Secret Pearl. The name of the song is Deja Vu. And if you're having a deja vu experience about the fact that you found your dad's porn stash in 1980, his VHS cassettes, and there was some Witches of Eastwick porn themed stuff, that's not my fault. That's your fault. And that's because your brain went there. It's you. No, I didn't do that. You did that. Get out of here. I love you guys so much. I have to pick on you. No, seriously, guys. I know I make fun of it because they love it when I make jokes, but seriously, this is 3 in a row. 3 in a row. They're batting 1,000. Okay? They're 3 for 3 with a triple and 2 doubles. Okay? In baseball, that means they're tearing it up. If you don't speak baseball, I can't help you. Go Cubs!